Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the Pack House. Tonight, depending on when you're watching, I am opening 2021 Donruss Baseball. Now, if you noticed, if you've been watching these videos consistently, the last few videos before this, wearing the same thing. Looks like it's probably the same time of night. It's because I'm recording this stuff all right in a row when I have my time. Grab a few boxes, rip them open all at once. And yeah, so if you recall from just a couple of minutes ago from my last video, it talks about grabbing the last box on the shelf. Or if you sat through the whole video, maybe not grabbing the last box on the shelf. Well, there I was again at my card shop today, and I saw Clayton Kershaw just sitting there on top of a whole stack of other baseball cards. But he was the only Clayton Kershaw. It was the only box of 2021 Donruss. And you know me, if you've been watching this, I love Donruss. So again, I'm not going to leave the last box on the shelf. But as we discovered with that 24 Select, maybe sometimes it's okay to pass it by. But see, since I hadn't opened that box yet, I didn't know that. So I couldn't let the last box on the shelf just stay there. So maybe this time grabbing the last box on the shelf was or taking the last box on the shelf was the right thing to do. I don't know. I'm crossing my fingers on this one. Let's hope so, because that select box was awful. It was not good. So let's find out. And luckily with Donruss, they shove so many cards into their boxes. I mean, this thing feels fat. It just feels really fat. They shove so many cards. So again, it's not about finding a $1 million card, although it kind of is. But it's also about enjoying opening it. And honestly, the last one, it wasn't that enjoyable. But I feel like this one will be more fulfilling. At least I hope it is. So yeah. So since we collect cards and we love to open cards, we never actually learn our lesson. So even though the last video I said maybe it's okay to leave the last box on the shelf, I now have to come again and say, you know what, don't leave the last box on the shelf, because you just don't know what's in it. So I'm not going to lie. A few months back, I was on streaming on Whatnot, and I was in there, and it wasn't a traditional break. The guy was just auctioning off blaster boxes just like this, and he was just like, I need to get rid of them. I don't want them in the store anymore. And it's like, you have a store where you sell cards. Why are you selling these boxes dirt cheap? At least just open it and see what's in there, man. You know, and of course I take the last box of one of the Topps products from a couple years ago, and when it got sent to me, I opened it up, and you know what was in there? There was a Shohei Ohtani autograph out of 35. Now, I don't have it with me, so I can't show it to you because I sent it off to PSA, and they are super slow, so it's taking a while to get back. But I'm like, that was the last one in your shop, and you sold it to me for like $10. Why not just open it? Why sell it to somebody else online? Just open it up for yourself. I don't get that. I really didn't understand that. Like, how hard pressed could you be that you're just, hey, take it. I don't need it. Like, open it, man. Open it. So it's kind of that same theory as a buyer. If you're in that store and you know you're looking to buy something, grab the last box of something. See what it is. You don't know. You don't know until you open it. And Schrodinger's cat, right? So I say take it. Unless, of course, this one turns out to be a dud too. Then I say, you know what, maybe leave it. But let's find out. Chris Bassett, Joey Votto, Pete Alonso, Mark McGwire. My PC guy. Been collecting McGwire since I was like 6 years old. So we're going to put that off to the side. Ronald Acuna Jr. on the Elite Series. Not numbered. We've got Pico del Gallo. That's right. And Joey Gallo. You gotta remember, I don't think they do this anymore, but Donruss, if you're not as familiar, they have a whole, not even a subset, but just a parallel with players and their nicknames, or they give them nicknames, you know. So it's kind of funny. Cody Bellinger on the Diamond Kings and David Peterson. So, I have the 21 and the 20, like say like 21, 22, 23. Donruss isn't as exciting. I really enjoyed like the late teens, 2018, 2019. I really like that product. Then for a few years it kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie. And then this year I love it. I love Donruss. I love what they've done. Let's see here. Manny Machado. Now, I'm never going to pass up an opportunity to get a cheap box of cards and hope to find any type of Shohei in here. So that's kind of what my thinking was. Grab a box. Kyle Lewis. This kid won Rookie of the Year and then fell off the earth. Like, what a shame. Alright. Check out this guy. Trent Grisham. Brandon Belt. Jordan Alvarez. Bartolo Colon. Check it out. Another Acuna Jr. This one's called Livestream. Man. Okay. Jose Berrios. Christian Pache. Big Puma. Lance Berkman. Like, were these really their nicknames, or did Donruss just make them up? I'm feeling like half of them Donruss just made up, because no one would call these guys some of these things. But you never know. Alright, our next pack. Cody Bellinger. Noah Syndergaard. Lance Lynn. Gary Gaetti. Oh, no, sorry. Gary Carter. Gary Carter. I was reading it upside down. I was thinking it was Gaetti. Tony Two Bags. Anthony Rendon. Nolan Arenado on the Diamond Kings. This one is the, I don't know what they call it. It's not a chrome, but it's the shiny one. Christian Yelich and Ryan Mountcastle. Before he got traded to St. Louis, he went from one terrible team to another terrible team that became terrible once he got there. All right. John Means, JT Realmuto, Mookie Betts, Jonathan Papelbon, Josh Hader. 12 hitless games to start the season on the highlights. Not numbered, but sparkles. Austin Meadows, Tony Two Bags, and Matt Chapman still with the A's at this time. Man, how good they could have been. As an A's fan, seeing him and Olsen and Murphy get traded away, that was sad. Now there's fun again, and then they're gonna be off to Vegas. Hyun Kim, Solano, Corbin Burns, Goldschmidt, Pedro, Dale Murphy, Luis Garcia, Bryce Harper. Yeah, see, I knew there was a reason why I didn't get Donruss for a while. Because I used to get it a lot. And then I went a little while without getting it. Yu Darvish, Rafael Devers. Mike Trout. I feel like these cards are just thicker. Hey, check it out. Unleashed with the Acuna. Man, this box must have been put together by Acuna's mom or something, because that's the third parallel that we've gotten of his. Unleashed. Cool card. I've always liked the Unleashed. I do like the newer versions better. If you can really appreciate that. Bobby Dalbec, the Raider rookie, Josh Bell, and the Diamond Kings, Evan White. So yeah, so this one's cool. Unleashed couple of lions there. All excited for them. Ooh, hey, got Griffey on the back. All right, Stanton low. Eugene Suarez. Eugenio Suarez. Eugene. Hey, this one's thick, and it's Christian Pache. This is what sucks about going back to past years. Correa, Plutane, Griffey. Pache got traded to the A's as part of the, I want to say, the Olsen deal. So this card would have been really cool a few years ago. Then he got to Oakland and didn't do anything. And now I don't even know where he is. But I have a really cool jersey card of him now. So yay! Hey, you know what? Let's see. It's a jersey card. We'll put it up here. It is a cool card. It's just, it's disappointing sometimes when you go back and you see these cards from a few years ago. I mean, it's only been 4 years, and this poor dude just, I mean, has not all the hype. He had so much speed. Injuries derailed him. Being in Oakland derailed him. Just wasn't meant to be, man. So excited, like, well, if we're going to trade Olsen and we're going to trade everybody, at least we can get some prospects. So I was all super psyched to get him. Just didn't pan out. Tatis, Bryce Harper, Sammy Sosa, Dustin May on the trending. How's he trending these days? Brandon Woodruff, Whit Merrifield, Diamond Kings. Seriously, it's like, it's only been 4 years. And so many of these dudes just, man, never materialized, or it was just so short where they were good for a year or two. There was hype and then nothing. So it's interesting. Oh, Trevor Bauer. I mean, come on. Wilmer Flores, Michael Conforto, Corey Seager, Dominic Smith, Randy Johnson, Jacob deGrom, Bigfoot, and Trevor Bauer. I mean, it seems like it's been forever since Bauer was in the majors. And he's probably never going to be again. Hey, look at that. We have something. Made Paul Molitor, Freddie Freeman on the Liberty. Okay. Still with the Braves there. And then another Unleashed, Yordan Alvarez. Not numbered. Man, I would just love to get like a 101 on something like that. Zach Gallen, Jazz Chisholm, and Clayton Kershaw. How about that? We end the box with the man on the box, Clayton. All right. So, whoops. Sorry about that. All right. Again, I mean, this was a cheap box. I can see why, so I don't feel bad. You're going to get what you get out of a cheap box, even if it's 2021. If it was really going to have some bangers in there, it would not be 20, 25 bucks. So, Freddie Freeman on the Statue of Liberty. Trending, Dustin May. Josh Hader on the Sparkle Highlights. Again, not numbered. Nolan Arenado. Acuna on the live stream. Again, not numbered. Acuna on the Elite Series. And then Acuna on the Unleashed. Griffey, Alvarez on the Unleashed, and Christian Pache. So if there's any Acuna fans out there that are watching this, I might just like bundle this on my eBay store. Just all three of them, throw them in there for a few bucks. Keep the shipping down. It's kind of how I do it if I can. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So, I don't really care for the 21 Donruss. I really don't. It's not my favorite, which is disappointing because I am such a big fan of Donruss. Man, I've been a fan of Donruss since like the early 90s. You know, everyone hated those orange Donruss from like 1990. So I love that stuff. And the Diamond King sets, and I was a big fan. I love collecting. I don't know. I guess it's nostalgia. I don't know what it is. So I've always had a soft spot for Donruss, but honestly, like the 21, 22 were not great years for it. So yeah, so I figured give it a shot. It was the last box. Be the last box that I probably buy if even if I see it again, unless I can find one for like $10. Um, some fun designs with the Unleashed. I don't know. The improvements you can just tell compared to like the next few years, especially like this year, last year, just so much better. But yeah, that's what that's what it's all about, though, ain't it? So hopefully you had a good time. I don't try to be a downer about it, but honestly, it's like sometimes when you just feel the cards, you get excited when you get exciting cards or just see exciting designs, and when you don't, it's just yeah, meh, okay, whatever. So so yeah, that is 21 Donruss. Hope you had yourself a day, and can't wait to find something else that's a little different, maybe a little something older, or maybe something a little more unique. We share it on here, crack into it, and have a good time. So until then, go ahead, please subscribe, like, follow, share, anything. I'd love it. And check out the sites, Instagram, Facebook. Check out the eBay store, man. I got a lot of good stuff in there. At least I feel it's a lot of good stuff. Got a ton of different things in there. Even if it's a $2 card, man. If I can fill your collection up, honestly, I just feel like that's super cool to do because I have a small collection nowadays. I really look for just a few select things. Anything else, I try to kind of keep for a little while, but then offload it and help other people fill their collections because that's what collecting is about. Finding things that you want to keep for yourself, to share, just to enjoy. And I have mine with my McGuire's and my Sandbergs and my Rickies, and you know I got a bunch of hockey stuff that I really love collecting. So that's why I enjoy doing this kind of stuff because I feel I feel good when I sell something to somebody who I know it's like a collector. Someone's going out of their way to find something for their collection, and you can tell when you're in your eBay store. You can tell, and it's just cool, man. That's what I like. I enjoy it, dude. So even if it's a $2 card, but it's one you don't have, and it makes your collection closer to complete, man, that's awesome. So so yeah, I'm rambling. I'll catch you next time. We'll see you later on the Pack House. Peace.